Rugby Québec était présent aujourd'hui au match de la Super League masculine opposant Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue au Montréal Irish. Ce fut un match tout ensemble que ces deux équipes ont mené. Les Irish remportent 41-13. Voici les interviews. Amazing game today. For you, what was the decisive action of your victory?
Yeah, really happy. We knew coming in that if we could win these games, both our first and second grade, that we would finish at the top of the table, and the guys put in the effort, and we managed to do so. So yeah, pretty happy.
Yeah, it was a big challenge against Sainte-Anne.
Yeah.
And you're still on the top of this competition. How will you prepare your team for the next challenge? It's the playoff. So how will you prepare your team?
Well, we're lucky in that we'll have a bye. We don't have to play in the quarterfinals in either of our grades, which is really good. So that gives us time to recover from the really physical challenges we saw today. And then, we start to look forward to continuing to build up, to peak when we have to at September 6th, should we get there.
Yeah, and this year you received the final, and it's going to be amazing. And if your team is selected for the final, it's going to be a big challenge for you.
Yeah.
Are you hoping that your team will fight against Sainte-Anne again to be the first or the second?
Right. We'll take it one game at a time. We hope to get to the final, but we've got to win a semi-final before we do that. St. Anne's, they're going to be there. They're a top-class club, and they play very well and very hard. They always peak at the right times, and they prepare themselves well for playoff competition. So I expect to see them, should we be able to push our way through, I expect to see them again, most certainly. Okay,
we saw very many tension on the field. How did you explain that?
Oh, it's just physicality. The athletes are getting bigger and stronger, faster. The game moves at a much faster pace, and so there's definitely a lot more physicality involved.
Okay, so good luck for the playoff.
Thanks.
And we will see you again for the next challenge.
Excellent, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. So it was an amazing game today with so many tension on the field. Tell us what happened today.
Yeah, I think we started off really well. The first 30-35 minutes or so, I thought we did really well. They're a really strong team. I think they're the best team in the league, and I was really happy that we were, right at par with them. Mm-hmm. And then, a couple of mistakes against a good team, and then you start getting down yourselves, and it went downhill in the second half.
Okay. And how did you prepare your team for this big challenge?
We're just, working from last week as our base. So we tried to fix some things that we did wrong last week.
Okay.
And a lot of them were fixed. And now we have to take what we didn't do well this week and get ready for next week. Next week's really our focus in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. It's more bigger challenge for you the next week because it's a playoff?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're building to. We put, we really want to be peaking for next week.
Okay.
Even if we had won this week, it wouldn't matter as much as winning next week, obviously. So we're really focusing on next week.
Yeah.
That said, nothing against them. They're a really strong team, and as soon as they saw a weakness, they just they win the game because they played better than us.
Yeah. And anyway, you're still on the top of this competition, so it was a very good game, but the boss of the team still on the top of this competition, and maybe you will fight again against Montreal Irish.
Possibly, yep. Playoffs are a funny thing, you never know. So we might meet again, we might not.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And have you some words that you said to your team before the game, before the playoff, to have some motivation?
Yeah, the guys are motivated, the guys are nervous, the guys are revved up. Sometimes you have to pull them back a little bit rather than motivate them.
Okay.
Try to get them focused, because sometimes when you get too revved up, you can lose focus a little bit. Mm-hmm. So a big thing for us is just to maintain our focus, especially, you saw today they had one kind of a cheap try where we missed some tackles.
Yeah.
And we lowered our standard of play. So that's something that we'll have to fix for next week, for sure.
Okay, so good luck for the next challenge of the playoff, and we will see you again during this last game.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck.
Bye-bye.